Joining us now, wow, this is a good one. Brian Kilmeade, co-host of Fox and Friends and host of One Nation. And if that weren't enough, Lawrence Jones, co-host of Fox and Friends. Fellas, thank you for this. The rock music stopped in your honor. I want to play some sound from Nikki Haley in the convention last night. Take a listen, please.
I'll start by making one thing perfectly clear. Donald Trump has my strong endorsement, period.
All right, that's a big statement, and it was greeted by big cheers. Lawrence Jones. In the past, many conventions that I've been to, it was the Republicans at each other's throats, plotting and scheming and feuding, and the Democrats completely united with the machinery. This year, you saw today, Adam Schiff comes out. You got 100 others, 200 others anonymously attacking Joe Biden. The Democrats are the divided party, and I want to get you guys' take on this because this is a complete role reversal. What you thinking?
Well, I think the difference between the Republicans and the Democrats, the Republicans always follow the will of the voter, even if the establishment or the more moderate members may disagree with them. And I think whether it was the prosecutions against Donald Trump all the way down to the assassination attempt against the former president, which he predicted it all. He said they were going to go after him when it came to the court system, and he also said that they would try to kill him. That is now true. And I think even the people that don't agree with him on everything, as Nikki Haley said, are now forced to support him because that is the will of the voters. Remember, the voters rejected Joe Biden. Many of them, 7%, said they wanted a new candidate. The Democrats said, no, we're not going to do a primary process, and now they have the mess on their hands.
Using Lawrence's logic, are the Republicans picking up the sentiment of the voters this year, right now?
Well, I refuse to use Lawrence's logic, and
I
for
knew
you
that
to
was
make me
coming.
have to deal with
I knew
Lawrence
that
in
was
the morning.
coming.
It's unbelievable.
I stopped the rock music for you.
That is Brian
It's a
Kelly.
matter of friendship.
That is Brian Kelly, one half of Florida Georgia Line, very patriotic song. We'll go over that later. A couple of things. I agree with Lawrence's logic. They are building. I've never seen anything like it. I've known of your experience, but I've never seen it coming together like this. In 2016, it was a circus.
That's
absolute circus. They're like, this guy's not going to be the nominee.
Party hated him,
right?
Virtually.
But there's two things that happened. One, I got to give the vice president credit. She tweeted out. She tried to call J.D. Vance to congratulate him, and then what she just said right now is Joe Biden struggling to say that. It's terrible. If my heart goes out to him, we should just be competing. I thought she was right on the money. And I think Nikki Haley, this is why I love the soundbite you picked out, because Nikki Haley is the most formidable foe that he faced. No offense to Governor DeSantis. She did have the toughest comments. And she said, basically read my lips. I'm all in. If you like me and you care what I think, I'm telling you to vote for him. She already said, even if you don't invite me, take my delegates. I think that shows you beat me. We're hugging it out. We don't and also, she said something that's so key. Republicans are not going to win this election. If you don't win over more than just our party, meaning her party, then we will not win. I want to. If just because you don't agree on everything with Donald Trump doesn't mean you shouldn't vote for Donald.
It was a very important moment. It was a very, very important moment in a unifying convention. Lawrence, we're just about out of time, but I just want to ask you. Biden is interviewed by Lester Holt. All right. Lester Holt's a pretty smart fella. I know him. I used to work in the NBC world. Biden was back to his old tricks, attacking Trump and lying and saying he was a threat to democracy all over again. In other words, you're right. You're right. Kamala Harris was gracious.
Classy.
You're correct. Biden doesn't have a gracious bone in his body. 30 seconds.
You know, my grandmother used to always say, take everybody's apology, but watch what they do afterwards.
Yes.
And I think that's what you're seeing with the current president.
Yes.
He says unity, but in attacks, he's still using the same hoax of Charlottesville, saying good people on both sides. That's a lie. It's been debunked. And he said that's the reason why he ran. That was a lie, so he should withdraw from the race.
He ought to withdraw from the race, and 300 congressmen are already opposed to him. Brian Kilmeade and Lawrence Jones. Thank you, gentlemen.
Great seeing you.